Hey, Mike Callahan here. Wanted to take a few minutes and go live. Hold on one second here. We're going to update the audio. All right, looks like we're live, and here we go. We are going Facebook Live, and we are going over setting up an estimate and the pricing matrix for the home cleaning industry. One of the biggest disconnects that we see in the home cleaning industry is a lot of our fellow SA users have a disconnect. How to set up pricing in Service Autopilot, how to build an estimate that fits the cleaning industry. Predominantly, we're looking at different ways we can do it in lawn care. But if you're in lawn care and you're watching this video, don't turn it off, because this will be applicable to lawn care as well. But specifically the home cleaning vertical, we have a lot of different variables. So maybe small, medium, and large bedrooms, or square footages from say 0 to 1,000 square foot home with small, medium, and large bedrooms. Or the third matrix would be just based on square footage, and we have different variables as how many pets, how many people in the house, linen changes, different things like that. So I'm going to actually dive into SA, show you how to build out these systems in a child and parent relationship, show you Google Doc I built, how to track all this, that you feel free to copy the content, how we did it. And then I'm actually going to show you the workflow in SA, how we can streamline and automate the estimates themselves. So first thing we're going to do is go into Service Autopilot under scheduling settings. We're going to build out a weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly cleaning example and show you how that all lays out. So we're going to go into add a service. And we're just going to call this a weekly clean. And we're going to say it is taxable. Service mode is going to be flat rate. Invoice description, I'm just going to put weekly cleaning. And that should be everything else we need. Amount here, or account, would be if you're selecting QuickBooks, you want to go in and set it up as service income or whatever that income is. Estimate template or estimate description, you want to fill that out to what the estimate would read as a cleaning industry estimate. And then the rate matrix is where the magic happens. So we want to change the calculation to quantity rate times visits, and we're going to base it on a custom field. So there's a lot of different custom fields we could use. So if you're using different things, a small, medium, and large office, bedroom, or kitchen, we can go in there and build a custom field for that. Square footage of the house, whatever that is. So I would say you're going to build those out. In this example, I'm going to leave it blank, and we're going to leave this part blank as well. So we're going to hit save and new. And now we're actually going to go in and do weekly cleaning, small bedroom. That could be one of the variables that you're tracking. What you want to do is go under parent service and grab the parent service of weekly cleaning. Now, once we have weekly cleaning here, we can plug that in. So now the weekly cleaning small bedroom now is associated to the master or parent service of weekly cleaning. And we'd put use only for estimates and click that. And then in the rate matrix, we can go in and change our rate quantity visits, go into the custom field that's under CRM settings is where you do this. And we can just do small bedroom. I've already done it. Number of small bedrooms. So we could say 1 to 1. So every one small bedroom, fictitiously, let's say we're charging $30. It's going to take 20 minutes, which is 0.33 man hours. And let's say it costs us $20 in complete overhead to do that. So that's going to give us a matrix for every one bedroom. Now the system will automatically calculate that. So if we go every 1 to 1 again and just copy this, another $30, 0.33. and $20 of cost. So what we're doing essentially is saying, once we set up the estimate template for every numerical value of a small bedroom, now we're charging $30. We have 20 minutes of budgeted time. That's a 0.33 and a budgeted cost of $20. So as you can kind of see, so we're gonna have the parent service of weekly cleaning, and then we're gonna have all the variables of small, medium, and large bedrooms, bathrooms. If this was the instance of number of bathrooms, and you didn't do small, medium, and large, we could also go in and just say for every one bathroom, it is $20 or whatever that variable is. So we're going to go in and create a list of all our services just like this. So once we have all our services in here, we're going to go into CRM settings, and build out a pre-built template. Now, a lot of people, when they're doing, especially in the cleaning industry, are working off an Excel doc and kind of going back and forth to the system and not utilizing estimates and SA the way they probably should be. So if we go into estimate job templates, let's create a process where every type of cleaning, whether it's a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, deep clean, we have those all listed in this template. So we can go in and pull it up each and every time. So I've got a home cleaning template here that I already built, but I'm going to show you right from fresh scratch here, add template. And this is going to be a blank slate. I'll show you how we actually do each one of these. So we're going to, when creating, we want to show this for jobs and estimates. So we're going to select both. And we're going to simply add the items. So we're going to go in the service and we're going to say, okay, weekly cleaning. And save that. And then we're going to probably go in and do bi-weekly cleaning. And this will populate each and every time we do an estimate now. So we're going to have a very standardized flow for our office staff. Or if you're the business owner and still doing these, this will be here. And I'm going to show you probably, I think I've got a monthly clean. I've got it. Yep, I've got a test one here. Oh. Let's see if I got a deep clean. Yeah. So now we've got, these are considered parent services. So if we wanted to add in small, medium, and large bedrooms, bathrooms, or different variables under each type of cleaning, we would go to this plus sign, go into a service again, and then select the service. So I could say weekly cleaning. And in this example, I've got OW weekly cleaning, and I've got small, medium, and large bedrooms, master bedrooms. So in this example, let's select this one here. We're going to include all the default sub-services that are below it. So we're going to add that. Now we have the weekly bedrooms and the drive time zones I associated with the small. Now, obviously, this is an example, so we'd want to sort these in the proper order. You kind of get the idea now. And you're going to want to set up everything that can go under weekly cleaning. And then once you save this, if somebody goes in and collects, we have 2 small bedrooms, it's going to automatically calculate the price, the budgeted time, and the cost. And then drive times. If we had 2 different drive zones, if we put the number 1 in there, based on the matrix, it's going to charge the $10 for that zone, the budgeted time, and the budgeted cost. So the first thing we want to do in the home cleaning industry, or even in the lawn care industry, is create parent services and then all the things that may list underneath it. So if you're in landscape and hardscape, this could be a hardscape job with all the different job functions underneath it. All the client sees is weekly cleaning right now for $148. But now we have a systematic way for our office staff to enter these in. And if we're going to use this, we'd hit save and close. And that's going to be saved. So once we have that in there, a lot of people are probably wondering about workflow and how did we figure out the pricing matrix. So I'm going to show you the workflow and then jump back to show you how you can actually create a cheat sheet before you use SA and go in there and create these matrix for some simplicity. So once we have that template, I would suggest building a form that would allow for easy entry. So A is for the auto assist. And I built some forms that'll actually do this to create a simplified data entry point. So your office staff is working one form each and every time, collecting all the data that they need to do. So we've got our home cleaning forms here. We're going to go in and go to home cleaning estimate. Now, instead of going in and having to hit the edit button every time some new person comes in or we have to update their client, we're going to have all of this linked right back to the client level. So we update it here, it automatically updates the client. So it alleviates ever going to the edit button and learning or teaching your staff how to use the different tabs in there. Underneath here, we'd have, how'd you hear about us? We could have a custom field here tracking, hey, did you hear about us from Facebook? Was it a referral? Did you see our car or truck? Whatever that is. Now, when we map that back to lead source tracking, we can run reports how each person heard and found out about us. We're probably going to want to track whether they wanted weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, random, or deep cleans. And we can track that here as a custom field linked back. And if we go into the example of small, medium, and large master bedrooms, just like I showed you before, now the office staff could utilize this intake form and literally fill this out and say, okay, well, how many small master bedrooms do you have? Well, maybe it's 2. Okay, and we have maybe 1 master bedroom. Now, this may be a bad example. It could be just normal sized bathrooms, but you get the idea. And then we're going to go into how many bathrooms, small, medium, and large, how many kitchens, dining rooms, living rooms, great rooms, office, laundry, number of stairways to be cleaned, number of bed linens to be changed. and the drive time zone. Once you hit submit, these are all saved as a custom field once you map them back. So now it's going to be on the client's record, and you're going to have basically a laundry list of all the particulars based on that house. Now, if you're doing a version of square footage, now you may have square footage from 0 to 1,500 square feet with all these variables, and then 15,001 square feet to 2,500 square feet with all these variables. And we could build out extra matrices behind that. But once your staff fills this out and saves it, it's going to be saved on the client record. And then all you're going to have to do is go in and hit add an estimate, which I'll show you what this looks like. And now we streamline the estimate flow in the home cleaning industry. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you our Google Doc that we use to simplify creating the matrix and then taking that matrix from the Google Doc and basically copying it over to SA. So that workflow is going to create a very streamlined and simple process. So before I open up the estimate, I'll actually dive into that. So this is the example of a first-time clean based on small, medium, and large bathrooms. So we're going to do the rate matrix is from 1 to 1 with the rate, which would be the price, the budgeted hours, the budgeted cost. And for every one large bathroom over 1, we're going to charge the same price again, more time, more cost. So the way we've broken this out as a cheat sheet is first-time clean, all the different types of cleaning, bi-weekly clean, weekly clean, monthly clean. And this is our cheat sheet of all the different things it could take. So literally pets, stairs, linens, drive time zones, deep clean. But once we fill out this sheet based on the small, medium, and large factors and linens and drive time, this is our working cheat sheet to create the services in Service Autopilot. So it's a lot simpler to create an executable blueprint outside and then recreate it under the service setting, scheduling settings. So where those numbers are going to plug in this example, so if this was the first time clean, it would go to the rate matrix right here, and we would literally go in and put the quantity, rate visits specified on first time clean bathroom, and then that 1 to 1 with the price literally comes out of the rate, the 1 to 1, the rate, budget hours, and costs. So I would recommend creating an executable blueprint through your Google Doc or Excel sheet, and then exporting or basically copying that over. So now you have a working blueprint before you get in there, and now it's a lot less overwhelming and tedious. So next thing is maybe you have a range of square footages. So square foot range here could be from 1 to 2,000 square feet, and then we're going to go and put the variables for each size bathroom, bedroom, and everything else in there. And now in this Google Doc, we have several templates where we can go up to, I think, 7 or 8 different lengths or sizes variables of the square footage of the home. So the next one would be 2,001 square feet to say 4,000 square feet with small, medium, and large variables for each type of room. And then the final one, which I think is the easiest one to do, is just based on the actual square footage of the home. So we could say from 1 to 2,000 square feet is a price of fictitiously $100. Budgeted hours is 2 hours and a budgeted cost of 80. So once you break out these increments, we build that out in the rate matrix. And the rate matrix for that instance, you would add the matrix item here in 1 to 1,000, 1,001 to 2,000, price, budget hours, and cost. So hopefully that makes sense how you can use a Google Doc or an Excel sheet here to create an executable blueprint that can now be imported in the Service Autopilot. So a quick recap is you're going to want to go in and set up your services for SA. Next thing you're going to want to do is set up the rate matrices behind them. I would recommend doing creating a Google Doc or an Excel sheet just like this. And then you want to build the estimate template. So that preloads all those weekly, bi-weekly, monthly cleanings. And when you add those variables in, now the system will automatically calculate a price based on your weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and deep clean prices. So now you can select and give the consumer an automated price on each one of those automatically without having to dig through an Excel sheet on another screen. So I think that's what a lot of the companies are doing. But if you do the work up front, use something like this Google Doc that we've created and set specific pricing up for your weekly, bi-weekly, deep clean, and monthly cleans. Now, once the variable is in there based on the size of rooms, the system on that template will automatically calculate the prices for each service, and you just hit quote on the ones you want to send. And where we find a lot of opportunity here is a lot of companies will do a deep clean, but forget to upsell a recurring weekly or biweekly clean. And if we're going to do that, now we have the price for the weekly and biweekly clean. So if we set up an automation or a to-do to call the person after our deep clean, now we have the pricing automatically right in front of us, where our office staff can say, well, I've got a price for a weekly and a biweekly clean or even a monthly clean. Would you be interested in any of those? And this is the pricing immediately. So we don't have to teach our office staff now how to work an Excel sheet or grab variables. All we have to do is literally teach them to work a simple form by clicking one button here, going into the home cleaning tab, and entering the predetermined cells in this form. So now we've standardized it, and instead of having a $15 to $20 an hour person estimating on the phone, we can have a $12 to $13 an hour person literally just work this initial sales form and fill in the slots. Once they save it, all the information here is saved on the client's level and automatically populates in your estimate when you pull that up. So hopefully this is helpful. I'm going to check real quick if there's any questions live before I close this off. Doesn't look like there's any questions from our live guests, but if you have any other questions or comments in the recorded version of this, let me know. I'll be checking back. But hopefully this shows you how to set up an executable blueprint to set services up, pricing on different variables on size of rooms, how many people, linen changes, pets, or based on square footage, or a combination of all of them, where now you can have your office staff pump out systematic estimates with a click of about 3 buttons. So any comments or questions, drop below, but keep looking. We're going to be building more specific content around pricing and how to use Service Autopilot specifically around the home cleaning industry, as well as the lawn care industry and different other services such as pest control and pool services and general contractors. So until next Monday when we go live, everybody have a great weekend.